Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can already see on the screen. If you're going to do a bit of business in 2021, then please keep it in the Millwall family. Check out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your post-match analysis video of yesterday's 2-1 win. Whoa. No, wait, 1-1 draw against Coventry City at the Den. A game, once again, that has divided opinion. I'm going to try not to do many cuts and edits because it's already 3 o'clock. I'm still nursing a hangover and I want to get this video out with minimal editing if possible. So, yeah, let's fire straight into it. The team selection yesterday, there was rumours of, a lot of players missing. And there is a lot of players missing, but when it comes to the crunch yesterday, probably 2 of those players that would have started if fit, and I'd say that would be Ojo and Sean Hutchinson. It was, of course, Bolkowski in goal, back 3, Murray Wallace, Jake Cooper and Daniel Ballard. Didn't think he was going to be fit. He ended up being fit. Ryan Leonard came in instead of Billy Mitchell at right wing back, which surprised me, but I thought Ryan Leonard did very well in the game. However, he looked a little bit, he looked leggy at the end, which is understandable. He's not had a lot of minutes and his pace isn't fantastic to play at wing back, but I thought he did well in the game when called upon and getting forward as well at times. Left wing back Scott Malone, he's gone off the ball a bit for me, Malone. He's gone off the ball a little bit, and that's because, similar to Jed, well, all the time really, but when Jed's gone off the ball at times, with Malone, he's give you so many moments of brilliance that when he's not doing that, you think he's not doing a lot. So, for me, yeah, Malone's gone off the ball a touch, I would say, although he did put in the assist for Tom Bradshaw's ghost goal, if you like. Central midfield, Kieftenbeld and Saville. Kieftenbeld, he's a good player for Millwall. I'm not knocking him. I like him. I think he's been one of our best players this season, but he hasn't got a lot of quality. But as I say, he's a Millwall type player and he rattles people. George Saville was a lot better yesterday and was up there for me as one of our best players on the pitch. I had to answer some critics, myself included. A lot of you have been saying he's not been doing enough, and what he did do yesterday is what he done fantastically at his first spell at the club, well, his third spell at the club, which was a lot arriving late and scoring goals, which he did. Also, he worked hard yesterday, chasing back broken down moves and breaking play up in our final third as well. So, thought he did very well in the game yesterday, George Saville. And then it was, was it Smith with Jed wide and Bradshaw wide, or was it Jed in a 10, which I think it sort of was, giving that free roll, do what you like sort of thing, with Bradshaw and Smith up front. And again, mate, Bradshaw, I really feel for Bradshaw. I really feel for him because he's never had a run of games under Rowett, and I don't think he ever will, to be honest. I think he'll leave the club in the summer because his contract will be up, and I don't think they'll offer him a new one because, it's just not. It's hard to be a striker at Millwall Football Club, isn't it? It's very hard to be a striker at Millwall Football Club because you don't, he'll thrive off chances, and I've said this before. If he gets the opportunity to score goals, he will score goals. He's played no football whatsoever. Thought he'd run his nuts off at Swansea after coming back into the team. And as I said, he'd not only not started a game for a long time before the Swansea game, but he'd also not even come off the bench. So to get through what he got through at Swansea, and then yesterday, second game on the pitch, okay, he's warming up a little bit now, scores a fantastic header, which gets disallowed, which we'll get into, but you don't often get that many opportunities to shoot as a Millwall striker. And I've said it time and again, if he gets some opportunities, he will score. Okay, look, back to goal, he's not strong enough. He's got a touch like a trampoline, but he's a poacher in and around the box and create chances. He will score goals, I'll guarantee it. But yesterday he did score a goal and he got disallowed. Let's start out, again, I said at full time yesterday that I've not been happy. Look, I understand what we are as a club. Some people say we're a yo-yo side, and I actually want to add the years up since I've been going, since 1984, 85, or since I've been alive, since 1980. How many years we've done in the Championship and how many we've done in League One, and of course 2 seasons in the top flight. Because I'm sure we've done a lot more in the Championship than we have in League One. So in my mind, we are an established Championship club. We've been down a couple of times, but I think under Neil Harris, I think under McGee we was down for 5-6 years, weren't we, League One. Under Harris we was only down 1, but we 2. Playoffs first season, second season, come back up. So in my mind, we're an established Championship club. That's what we'll always be, hopefully. And I'm happy with that. I can deal with our existence, that and a little cup run occasionally. I don't have a problem with our position where we are as a club. Of course, I'd like to go up for one season eventually, just, you know, for those who say you don't, I point to looking at the times we had in the late 80s, the iconic kicks, the iconic photos. One season to do this in the top division. It won't sanitise the club and turn us into fucking popcorn and happy clappy fans overnight. So what we are, I can deal with. Okay, the job that Gary Rowett's doing is good enough, and you know, as I said, we'll always be a championship club that floats there or thereabout. The results aren't a problem for me. I can deal with draws. Doesn't matter. I can even deal with 0-0 draws if I have to. It's the lack of excitement. And listen, it's a sports industry, football, but make no mistake, it's also an entertainment industry. And that is why it's the biggest followed sport in the world, because people go there and feel passion, emotion, edge of their seats, end-to-end stuff, brilliant chances. And that's why it is what it is. That's why the money is in the game that there is, because we want to feel that. And I just don't feel that under Gary Rowett. I don't look forward to going. You know, next week, Forest away, I've actually got a hospital appointment, which I could change, but I'm not really that bothered. And you know, you work hard all week to go to Millwall with your family, with your friends, to feel that buzz, to feel that excitement. And I see people say all the time, another brilliant day out, ruined by the football. It's just not exciting to watch. But I said this before, we're not a bad team under Rowett. We're very organised, we're hard to beat, but we're very fucking defensive and very dull, and I just don't enjoy it. Having said that, now I'm going to flip the other way around. I see some silly comments again yesterday, and I don't ever respond to any of them, because fortunately for me, I live in the real world, I don't live on Twitter. But, so you mugs at Lions TV, you're all predicting a loss. I got hammered in the past, keep predicting we're going to win. If I don't feel we're going to win a game, then I don't feel we're going to win a game. That's not going to affect Gary Rowett's and the team's, you know, approach to it and their confidence going in. That silly bollocks Lions TV said we're going to lose. So you shouldn't give me that much credit if you don't like me. Don't give me that credit, because you're playing into you're feeding my ego. Not I've got one. Well, I have. But anyway, so the game starts. Coventry, good side, 4th in the division, unbeaten. The only unbeaten team in the division, I believe, up until yesterday. Of course, they are still unbeaten. Very crisp passing, popping the ball. Of course, they've had one season of the Championship. They was promoted from League One the season before, beat us twice last year. Dabo hurt us badly at the Den last season. He wasn't involved. So I'm saying they're a good side, and I'm saying they're progressing very quickly. No disrespect to them. Look through their team sheet. Other than that, Hammer, whatever his name is, I didn't know any of their players. So you don't need superstars. No, this isn't a criticism of Coventry. I'm praising Coventry. You don't need superstars and a massive budget to produce quality football and attacking football. And that's exactly what they did yesterday. Their passing was crisp. Their movement was superb on and off the ball. And what teams always manage to hurt us with is the overlaps. They give and go and they get on the overlap. And we can't seem to deal with it. They knocked a lot of good balls down the wings and got in behind us. Quite a lot down our right-hand side, not so much our left. But also knocking them little balls in between the pockets, between the centre-halves and the full-backs. So there was a good side. And they take the lead deservedly so. We did try and press them. You know, and again, yesterday, again, people saying I complain when I want Rowett out after 14 games without a win. I complain that I want Rowett out. You know, and I'm saying we're going to lose the game. I think in the last 2 games, Rowett's done more than enough. And it's been better, in my opinion. Swansea, second 45, and the whole 90 minutes yesterday. I really enjoyed yesterday. I came away from that ground, throats a little bit sore, voices a little bit gone, doing the live streams. Thanks again to everyone that tuned in for the live streams. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, end-to-end stuff. And Coventry are a good side. I thought we give a really good account of ourselves, in all honesty. You know, we should have won the game for the goal that wasn't given. But before we get into that, let's get into Coventry's goal. They've popped us to death. We tried to press high, and we did it well, but their passing and their movement was so crisp, they just moved it around, they moved it up. I think at one point, it is actually up the top of the pitch. They come all the way back, worked it all the way across the back, right to left, went back up the pitch, and scored. It's up the other end to me, so it looked like a good finish, and it was a good finish. It's in the corner, but the defending has got a lot to be desired, and Jake Cooper, I have always praised him. He's one of our best players, and I love him at the club, and he's been a fantastic servant, but he just seems like he's a little bit... I don't know, it's a slight fitness issue, it's a slight confidence thing, but I mean, I'd be absolutely screaming if I was a goalkeeper then, or I was a manager coaching a kid's side, that he's sort of half-heartedly sort of, like nothingness, flaps it, just fucking steam in there, mate, go through someone and win the ball, take everything with you. A couple of them did it. A couple of them sort of fannied around it, didn't they? Flicked their feet at it. And Coventry go 1-0 up, and then I thought, writing's on the wall. I did predict a 2-0 scoreline to Coventry, because I am sorry, I can't always predict that we're going to win a football match, because that's just not real life. And, yeah, I thought that was it then. But again, pick a team. You tell me another team in the division that if you had to put money on to go 1-0 down and come back and equalise, it would be us. Okay, we won't never set the world alight. Okay, we don't take a lead and keep a lead. We don't ever take a lead and go out of sight and score 3. But if we concede a goal, you've got to surely back us over many teams in this division, 99% of them, 90% of them, to come back and equalise. And it's exactly what we did. And it was a brilliant, brilliant goal. Good patterns of play again. It was a lot of that. Maybe it's because I was sitting over there on the Dockers side, but it seemed like quite a lot of movement and patterns of play down both sides there. Their left, obviously, and our right. So we've come down their left again. Jeb Wallace, always the orchestrator, instrumental again in everything. Good going forward for us. Brilliant play from Jed. Gives it into Matt Smith. Smith gives it back, and then he runs through Jed, and I can see Saville behind him, obviously, because I'm in line with it all. There's no way he could have seen Saville, and I was thinking, just a little one, just behind you, just clip it behind you. He's been, I mean, as brilliant as he is for us, he's been guilty of this in the past, like, you know, a little rush of blood to the head, ballooning one over the bar, or maybe, you know, trying to do a little back step or a little flick over or something like back step or flick over. Neither of those are football terms, by the way. That's the hangover kicking in. You know, a little drag back or, you know, a little step over or something like that. So I thought he was going to do that, and he shows brilliant composure just to guide the ball. I don't know if Saville called him, but it's a fantastic ball. He might not have looked it from what you've seen on the TV, but the vision that he must have had eyes in the back of his head. Finds Saville. Saville does what he did brilliantly in his first, second spell at the club, whatever it was, and equalises 1-1. And after that, I really did think we grew into the game. I thought we was the better side. And of course, we go and score a goal again, which, you know, post-match, their manager said it was a perfectly good goal. I've watched it on Quest last night. They was trying to make a bit more of it than it was. But Matt Smith is not interfering with play. He does not touch the ball. And Bradshaw was right behind him. Sorry, I was right behind Bradshaw, and Bradshaw was right behind him. Comes in, fantastic header, across the keeper into the side netting, and he must be wondering what he's got to do. One of them we just think this ain't ever going to work out for me anymore at this club, because he can't do any more than he's done there. It's a brilliant goal. And he's run, and he slid on his knees pretty much right in front of us. And he's got up, and then he's looked the linesman directly in the eye, and the linesman's just gone, like, he knew he'd done a wrong one. I don't know, you know, VAR in the Championship, if it was a thing, and we always say we don't want it, we'd have so many more points on the board from dodgy refereeing decisions. We really, really would. And it's not given. And we go in at half-time, and it's 1-1. Second half, again, we didn't dwell on it. We cracked on again. I thought we was the better team for the start of the second half. Then I felt Coventry grew back into the game and started, you know, they should have done better from balls out in positions. But then Rowley did something, and I called this on the live stream. People said to me, what would you do? I said, I'd take Matt Smith off, and I put Billy Mitchell in the midfield, because we was defending a lot, we was sitting deep, and it's to be expected. You know, Coventry had a lot of possession and were popping the ball nicely. They sort of got a second wind in the second part of the second half, and they was popping the ball really, really nicely. And we needed to do something to counter that, because we were shipping balls up, they were just coming straight back. So what we needed was someone to get on the ball and dictate the play, try and retain possession, and then in turn drag the rest of the team up with us. And I thought when Mitchell come on, I thought it was a really, although it's taken off a striker for a midfielder, I thought it was a really positive move from Gary Rowett, and I thought that Billy did fantastic when he come on. Really, really did. And people say, oh, you sponsor Billy Mitchell? No, the box I sit in actually does. But he's just a brilliant young player, and I love watching him play. And he doesn't necessarily play the Millwall way, because he really wants to play football. But, you know, on the edge of the box, composed at their end, goes one way, two defenders go with him, sells him a hot dog, just very close control, and shields the ball well, protects it, always does the right thing. And if we did more of that and had more of that in the team, we may not concede so much possession. We may not have to go to teams like Gary Rowett says and have to wait to stick our head out the hole. We can dictate the play and let them fucking try and stick their head out of an hole for a change. How about that one? How's that sound, Gaffer? But listen, Mahoney come on, and it's frustrating the life out of me. But honestly, I wouldn't expect to see him at the club for much longer. Really wouldn't surprise me if he leaves in January, because he's never had another one. He's never had a run under Rowett. Why? He's not a Rowett type player, is he? He's very skillful. Again, likes a lot of time on the ball. And he's not a player that's going to, no disrespect to Mahoney, I think he's brilliant. He's not going to dig in the trenches, and he's not going to track back. And he is a bit of a luxury player, and Rowett doesn't like to be creative and be luxury. He likes to be compact and defensive. So he doesn't really suit Mahoney to play in our style of play under the manager we've got. Maybe the player will outlast the manager, who knows. But that's another video for another day. But he come on late, Bennett come on. But I did like what Rowett did with his substitutions. I felt he went back to Gary Rowett 2020, where 2019-ish, when he first come in, you know what I mean. With Charlton Home, for example, brings on 2 strikers. Late on, O'Brien Smith wins the game. I liked it when we went flat back 4 and he tried to win the game. And we didn't win the game, but listen, again, lovely sunny day yesterday. Always helps. Other when it's beaming right in your fucking eyeball when you're trying to live stream. Good noise from the fans, both home and away. Great atmosphere, end-to-end football, chances, excitement. That's what we pay our money to go and watch. That is what we're there for. You know, we're not there because we're being forced to be there, or it's a job of work. Well, for me, it's both. But, you know, we're there because we want to be there. That's what we choose to do with our weekends. That's our release. That's our excitement. And yesterday, I feel we got that. And again, I don't mind. I know I'm going to get some shit and I'm going to get some love. It's just the way it is for everyone who does YouTube. But I suggested that it was good, and I've had people going, what was you watching? It was shit. But this is football. It divides opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own one. Again, another reason why we all go and watch the beautiful game. Random comment, though. I've backed Gary Rowett here, and I don't think he's helped himself, or maybe he agrees with you lot that don't agree with me, because he said after the game he felt Coventry done enough to win it. And I can't really remember. I mean, they had opportunities on the edge of the box. They didn't take him. The shooting wasn't fantastic. I'm struggling to remember when Bart's made he's made 2 or 3 good saves. But it's not been a Bart Bulkowski show by any stretch. And I feel, you know, with us as well at the other end, we had our chances. We made their keeper work. Scott Malone, I remember, one in the first half, makes a save. Bradshaw disallowed goal. I thought it was an entertaining day. I really enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. That is it for your post-match analysis video. I think I got through that with only one edit. Gonna have to go in one little cut where I lost my tongue a little bit. But there you go. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will be back tomorrow for a Lions on loan. Junior Tienza has now gone on loan to Dover. So he's now the 7th player out on loan. So that's going to be a bit of a longer one tomorrow, as well as a preview show for a League Cup, Carabao Cup game, whatever you want to call it, on Wednesday at the Den against Premier League Leicester City. Looking forward to that one. I'll see you there if you're going. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.